weeks, ninjas, and a little bit of rain. Dang. Crazy. Crazy how fast this stuff grows. Okay, ninjas, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I ended up clearing out the beds too. I didn't want to record the weed eating part because that's boring. Anyway, looks good. Yes, I had to double cut it. Might as well call it triple cut it because it was a little clunky around this area right here because it was so thick and luscious. It was bad. I can't believe it, in 2 weeks, that's how tall I got. But it looks good now. It's back in shape, and we're out of here. We'll see you at the next one. What's up, ninjas? What's up? You know what today is, right? It's Thirsty Thursday. You know why? Because we thirsty. We thirsty for these yards. Yeah. So as you guys saw, I just finished a big old country field that was overgrown like crazy. I mean, nothing like dramatically overgrown, but I mean, for 2 weeks, that was insane. I did not expect that when I was, you know, headed that way. And then when I pulled up and looked at it, I was like, what the heck? And we did have some rain, so that's probably the cause of it. But we're here now at these 3 that I got right here. So one of them is on the other, right behind this big house. So like right over there where my finger's at. Then I've got this one, and then I've got that one. This lady called me, their mower has broken down. And so they were gonna, you know, she left me a voicemail and said, cause I've done it before to help them out. But she was gonna have me mow it, and then like she called me before I got even a chance to get back to her. She called me and said, hey, cancel that, you know, my husband is gonna go ahead and borrow the mower from our church. So they wanted to save a little money or whatever. That's fine, that's fine. But if that didn't happen, is what I'm saying, I would have had this one today too. But I guess not. Not a big deal. I'm not gonna record these 3 since there are 3 of them and it's 5:30, and I'd still like to get at least 1 or 2 more after these 3. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about you know, what's going on and what I had mentioned on Instagram. So all the Instagram ninjas, you know, if you got Instagram, it's Saving Green Lawn Care. All the Instagram ninjas get all kinds of sneak peeks. That's right, sneak peeks. You get all kinds of sneak peeks of what's going on. You kind of get a heads up of what's going on and what's about to happen or what's coming up in the next video. So, you know, a lot of you guys know I've been going solo now for a couple of weeks, and so yeah, some of you are really funny. Some people are like, you know, when I had a bunch of employees, I used to get all kinds of comments. I mean, I still do, whatever. Good ones, bad ones, it doesn't really matter. But it just stood out to me. A lot of comments were like, wah, wah, wah. This guy, this guy, he's just sitting in the truck. He's letting all his employees work, even though he pays them. They shouldn't be doing all the work. What kind of boss is that? All he does is sit in the truck. You know, he does is making all these videos, recording all these employees. So, which I don't care. It's my business. But it was funny because that was kind of a thing, not by everybody, but it was a kind of a thing going on, right? And then now I go solo for a couple of weeks, and then I'm getting all kinds of DMs saying, are you gonna hire anybody, Nick? Are you, like little puppy eyes, are you gonna hire anybody? You know, I love your videos, but they were so much entertaining when you had all kinds of employees and you were juggling with employees and you were just dealing with all kinds of employees and you were just, you know, it was so cool to see how you handled employees. And you're just now working all by yourself. Yeah, shut your mouth. You can't satisfy people. You can't satisfy people, right? So sitting in the truck, doing nothing, letting everybody else work is not good. Going solo and doing all the work yourself, not good. I know. A lot of you are gonna say, but Nick, just don't worry about it, Nick. Just do you. And I am. I just thought it was funny to bring it up. But anyway, besides the point. It was just a little joke, okay? Just having a little fun. I'm actually in a good mood today. Well, I've been in a good mood the last couple of days. So, you know, and Mama Ninja's been like, Nick. There's a lot of but Nicks going on lately. I'm telling you, don't give me that but Nick. You need to hire someone. Why are you doing this? Why are you going solo for so long? And I told her, just like I've told some of you who have been asking me privately and messaging me, I wanted to. I wanted to clear my head. I wanted to go solo for a little bit, okay? I wanted to. It's not just to prove to myself, really, that I can take care of my business. Excuse me. But it's also just to kind of have a little peace of mind. I mentioned this before, ninjas. You really, it's a headache. It's a headache when you have employees. It really is. You're dealing with having to worry of what you're doing, having to worry about what they're doing, making sure nothing's missed. And even then, when they really get the job down, you still gotta, you know, worry if they're gonna show up. Are they gonna do it? Are they gonna get lazy and skip things around? Yeah. So, but when you're solo, you know what you need to do. You know your yards, your customers' properties. You know what you need to do, and you know you're gonna do it because you're the owner and you're gonna make sure that things get done right. So anyway, that's why I just needed a little break. So, but this morning, Mama Ninja was at me again, so I ended up throwing out an ad and dang, everybody needs jobs. Everybody needs jobs. I mean, I've got like 10 voicemails, 5, 6 texts. I mean, people, and you know what? All these wannabe ninjas from now on, they're Teletubbies. No, I'm serious. Teletubbies. You know how Teletubbies are, right? You know Teletubbies? They're just like, that's how Teletubbies are. Not that I watch them, of course. And that's how these people are. You know, you throw out the ad and they're like, pick me. I'm the man. I'm the best for the job. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. It's a dang bang. Pick me. Oh, me. Yes. Is it still available? Yes. Oh, is it still available? That's how they act. That's how they act. And you guys know. They want the job until they get the job. When they get the job, they don't want the job. So to me, they're all Teletubbies. When you eat me, ooh, ooh, ee, ah, ooh, brrr. Until they really prove themselves that they're a ninja. That's it. So from now on, they're Teletubbies. I mean, I'm going to be interviewing a bunch of Teletubbies, but I got a new one starting hopefully tomorrow. Okay, we'll see how he does and so forth, if he even shows up. And we'll see how it goes. But I've got a couple of others. Like I said, I'm literally talking to about 5 to 10 people now, texts and some voicemails, messages that they've left. A few I've returned and a few I haven't had a chance to yet. But so we'll see how that goes. So a few things, ninjas, real quickly. I want to share this with you before I go ahead and get going. What you need to do, you got to beware who you hire as much as you can. Look, you gotta do your best, even though sometimes your best is not enough. And I'm speaking for myself. But you got to protect yourself, your business, and your family, and everything else, right? And your company and your name, and as much as you can. Because I feel like a lot of times your employees are a reflection of you, because they are with you 24/7, basically, right? In the truck, you're out here with them in the yards. So the few things I always ask to give me their full name, You know, just tell me a little bit about their history. And I do this on the phone or through a text message. And then they'll still fill out a application and the packet and the whole shebang when if we ever get to the point of actually meeting. And there she is. And so, you know, I just get a little intel on them. Once they give me their name and once they give me a little info, if it sounds interesting, sounds of something that I potentially, or, you know, I'm interested in getting to know a little better, then I'll take my time, and my time is precious, as yours should be to you too. Dust from that last yard. And I'll look a little bit into their, you know, into their background, into their name. Always check their background. And so what I do is I check their background. I'll check a little bit about them, you know, whether they have a social media page. That's the kind of background I really mean. If they have a social media page, if they have, you know, I don't know, a social media page, or really just that, honestly. And then I just ask them a couple of questions, where they've worked before and stuff like that. And then, like tomorrow, for example, if this guy shows up, we're gonna meet, and then he'll fill out the application, read the packet. He's got to read the packet and read over everything and sign it before we actually leave and decide to go and work, because you have to. That packet is very important. You got to protect yourself, you got to protect your company, you got to protect your name, and you just got to, you know, make sure you know who's coming in the truck with you. So that's what I've been doing. Ask some detailed questions, such as, you know, where did you work before? Do you have any experience? The first question most likely that they'll ask you is, how much do you pay? Which is the worst question I think you can ask an employer first, right off the hand. But it seems like it's a non-ending cycle. It's always like that. And so I always tell them it's based on your experience. You know, I tell them like a range, for example. And if you have some experience, it'll be in that range. And if you don't have some experience, it'll still be in that range. I always tell them too, which is in my paperwork, and they got to sign it, that I'm not really hiring them for about a week. Okay, they have to work with me for about a week. That's if they even last that long. And they have to. It's an opportunity for them to find out if they actually even like it or not. And it's an opportunity for me to figure out if this person is worthy to continue on moving forward with me or not. And so that's what I do. And a lot of them actually like that, believe it or not. They're just like, oh, cool, so you're going to give me a week, and then I'll have a choice if I decide to like it or not. And if I decide to not like it, it's not going to look bad on them if they quit, right? Because we have that. It's kind of like a trial. So anyway, but that's it. And then, you know, once they fill out the application and sign the packet, then I actually will, at that point, at some point within that week of trial, I'll run their name and check their actual background, not just social media, and you know, find out a little bit more about them, and then see if everything they've told me is true. And, you know, I've hired a lot of people with a lot of background, but so I'm not discriminating or judging anybody, but I want to know who's in my truck. I want to know who's around my equipment. I want to know who's around my customers' homes. And you know what? I've told all my customers, not all of them, but some of them that I've talked to, that's the kind of steps that I do and that I take. And I'll be honest with you, ninjas, they love it, man. It's one of the reasons I have a relationship with I do with as many people that I do, because they know that I go above and beyond to make sure that I try my best. I'm human and I make mistakes. Sometimes I'll hire someone and they're not the best person, but that's because they put on a good front. And a lot of people do that. But, you know, they like it. They love it. They feel safer and secure. And so I want to make sure that I continue to do that, because it not only helps me, but it helps my customers have a little peace in mind, so to say. All right. I hope you've learned something from that. If you are in the process of looking for some help, hiring for some help, always check the background. I do pay a monthly fee for the background checking. It's just a tax deductible thing, so I'm not even worried about it, but it is a background check, like a real background check. And then I check the social medias just to kind of, I'll check just to kind of give me an idea what kind of person they are. Nothing really, I don't care what they really post. You know, that's their personal life, but I do care to get to know them. The real background check is when I use that, and I don't do the real background check until they sign the paperwork and fill out the application, because that grants me the right to do that. So they basically approve it, and they're well aware of it because it's all written in there. Also, the YouTube thing. A lot of you may know this by now, but some of you might have missed some of the old videos. But a lot of you say, I'd get tired on camera too. Well, maybe you would. That means you wouldn't work out really too well with me, because one of the things I've made is I've implemented YouTube in my business. So it's very clear, there's no secrets behind it, that if you get hired on, that you might be on camera, whether it be in good fun, whether it be showing our work, whatever it is, and they have to approve that. They have to sign that. And they can deny it. I've actually hired a guy who denied it. I don't know if some of you loyal ninjas will remember that. I don't hire or not hire just because they don't want to be on camera. I'm not hiring them to be on camera. I'm hiring them to do a job. But it's fun when they approve, because then we can all interact. But I did hire one that didn't really care for the camera, and actually two people. And he told me, he said, I don't mind if you kind of catch me off in a distance, but I don't really want to interact. And so I respected that. He put no, and he signed it. So, but it is on there. So for all of you who are like, I wouldn't want to be on camera, well, you wouldn't work out then. But these people who do come on board, they do have that option. It's not like I hired him and then, it's in your face. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's in your face. Take it. That's not how I roll. For me, everything is on paper. If I get a chance to record any more after these 3, I will. If not, if it gets too dark, because it's already 5:30, a little past 5:30, then this will be it. So we'll either see you at the next one, or we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, one last thing, the new Teletubby. Yeah, I saved Hamburger Hill for him just tomorrow. I kind of break him in with that yard. Just ask Dr. Real. He would know. Peace!